Next steps for historic Hotel Marysville. Since burning down in June, the site has hurt nearby businesses, it's impacted traffic, and is now a public safety risk. Thanks for joining us here at 5:30. I'm Hunter Sowards.
I'm Curtis Ming. Judges ruled this building a nuisance and ordered the hotel owners to tear it down.
Since the ruling, the city of Marysville says they haven't heard from the owners. Your reporter covering Yuba County, Kayla Moeller, is live in Marysville with this exclusive information about that plan. Kayla.
Yeah, hi there, guys. So just yesterday was actually the 100th anniversary of the start of the build of Hotel Marysville. And here we are a century later. It still stands, but with significant fire damage. And at last night's city council meeting, they unanimously voted to file a damages lawsuit next week against the underlying owners. And the city says that this is going to take things to a whole new level.
This is going to put pressure on the owner.
I sat down with the Marysville mayor in an exclusive interview. He says they plan to file a damages lawsuit next week against the hotel owners, not their representatives, but against the building's LLC and its underlying owners.
We're going to find out all of the history. We're going to find out who the owners are. We're going to look into the owners, and then we're going to put them at financial risk.
The building has been managed by Urban Smart Growth, but the real owner of the hotel is Feather River Plaza LLC, and they're currently being represented by DJK Counsel out of Southern California.
We are looking to pierce the liability veil normally afforded to a limited liability company and get to the underlying owners where the real financial resources are that can resolve this problem, so the city is now $3 million on its own to take this damn building down.
The attorney representing the LLC did not return my request for information or an interview today, but in a press release they shared with me last month was a petition they created to save the building, citing its historical significance, something they cited again in the most recent public hearing. The owners say it's possible the building could be saved, and there's no way to know that until a full investigation can be done, but the building is too unsafe for that. And the panel ruled it a public nuisance that needs to be taken care of ASAP.
The panel ruled that the owner had responsibility. It was a nuisance, or it is a nuisance, and that panel ordered the owners to provide us with demolition or some plan to address the nuisance on the building within 10 days. That 10 days has passed.
The city says the hotel owner has not yet come forward with a plan, but the owner has a right to appeal the panel's decision. And the city says adding the lawsuit they unanimously voted to file next week will change the dynamic.
There has been ample opportunity for the building to be restored. I was hopeful that it would be restored prior to the fire. I am not optimistic, as I've said, that the building has a chance of being restored. One of those pieces fell.
A piece of the building came down on a breezy day, and when it rains, city officials are worried about what kind of debris could be washing down the drains, like asbestos.
We really need to bring this property back from a liability for the community to an asset to the community.
I've been following this story since the fire broke out on June 15th. And like I've said before, this has been just one big old blame game. And I've reached out to the hotel's owners, and again, they were not available today, but they are not aware yet of this lawsuit that's going to be filed next week. And again, to go back to that petition that they started in kind of a rebuttal in response, a community member here in Marysville actually also made a petition, and that one seems to have a lot more signatures. But the mayor ultimately tells me that he doesn't even want this to drag out into some expensive litigation. He'd be better off if they had some sort of bad settlement. And one more thing that I want to point out is this building right next door is vacant right now. And the city tells me when they took me over here, they told me that the person who owns this building has since been wanting to put something else in there and develop it, but they just can't until the danger is subsided. So that is just another example of how it's impacting the city of Marysville.
So the judges ordered that the building must be torn down. The owners must do it. They had the right to appeal. Have they appealed?
So they have not yet appealed. They have 10 more days to file an appeal. So it'll be interesting to see if they do that. And hopefully when they do, I can talk to them about that.
Yeah, due process. All right, Keila, thank you.